host, Johnny Zets.
Welcome back to another episode of the Devil's Mic. Today we're here with DISOWNED out of Austin, Texas. So we're gonna go ahead and introduce everybody, see what y'all do in the band.
So Chris, vocals.
Alyssa, bass.
Micah, guitar.
Mondo, drums.
Z, lead guitar.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and hop into it. So I want to talk about this punk rock lottery, where I believe it all started. So if you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the punk rock lottery itself is our friend Trey's birthday show, which he gets a bunch of musicians and puts them in a hat, picks them by number, puts like the singer all together, all the singers up, all the guitar players and so on, forms a band that way. That's what the punk lottery is. So like basically bringing the scene together, musicians you've never met, pretty much, or I don't know. It's a whole lot of things.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And is that where you guys originated from, or?
Yeah, well, it's a random drawing. So you randomly form these bands, and then you have 3 weeks.
I think it's like 4 weeks.
4 weeks,
like
yeah.
that. 5 songs.
5 songs, 1 cover, and then the day of the show they draw the order, so all the bands play whenever. Yeah. And it's basically just a big battle of the bands. It's just super fun for Trey's birthday, and yeah, that's how it all kind of started.
It was pretty cool because I knew Micah, I knew Alyssa, didn't know Chris at all, so it was just kind of one of those things that we got the luck of the draw together, and then we met Chris, and it was pretty cool. Zane is not an original member, but he joined us later on, and shit, he's badass. So
Right, it's all history from there, right? Yeah. That was gonna be my next question, is if you guys all knew each other, because I know it's like random, and a lot of people. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people might not know each other whenever they form the band. I think that's probably what it's all about, really, is to bring people together that you might not know and see how well you mesh with them. So, and I want to touch a little bit on you, Chris. You were previously in Disgust.
Yeah, I was in the band for like 12 years. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what made you transition over to?
I would say musical differences, personal differences, basically. Yeah, man.
I hear that. So let's go ahead and hop into some music now. It was kind of hard trying to get the chronological order of everything, so I did my best. So we're just gonna kind of hit on a little bit of everything. First, let's go ahead and talk about that split EP y'all released, Scavengers, with Kinetic Discord. Everybody want to talk about what the writing process was like with the band?
Well, a lot of those songs, those were our original set, the first songs that we had written together. And like the verse song on there, Courage, that was the first song we ever played together. That was the first song we ever written. And it evolved over time to what it is, and it's, pressed out to what it is now. But it's evolved. All our music, we're continuing to evolve and grow as a band and develop and get better. So, So those are the early recordings.
Gotcha. And that's what it's all about, really, is to kind of build that, that bond and kind of grow together. Now, as far as those guys are concerned, did they have any input as far as the writing goes, or was it all just kind of given to them?
Kinetic Discord, are you talking?
Yeah, Kinetic Discord.
Oh, they just did their thing and we did ours, man.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty much Trey was like, y'all, he asked us if we want to do a split, and if we had music ready, and we did. So we had just recorded and all this. We just recorded our first batch of songs, and it was just, I guess, the timing was right, so we put that split out.
Gotcha. And the next thing I want to talk about, we're just going to go into the singles. I saw a lot of singles released, and didn't really find many albums or EPs associated with those. But for what I saw, Bayonet, I guess, has been out for some time now. I was performed at Bull McCabe's. That's whenever I saw the actual live performance, and I saw it was released recently, and but yeah, a little bit of digging, you know what I'm saying? And so what I want to ask, as far as the lyrics are concerned, the chorus part where it talks about don't speak your racist beliefs to me, what exactly is that referring to? Is it just referring to subtle hints at racist remarks, or what is that directed towards?
I guess at the time it was when Trump was elected, and all these hate crimes were were happening and shit like that, and just dealing with that in life in general as myself, like deal with racism. I just felt like that that had to be said, like he's preaching all this fucking hate and like fuck that, you know what I mean?
Right, being divisive.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what that's referring to, is like, don't go be preaching your fucking hate. And I don't, it's basically what that means, man.
Gotcha. And there's a lot of, I guess, that in your music, not just towards, Trump in general, but like as far as like police goes, police brutality, things like that. Which brings me to my next mention. I wanted to talk about the one y'all played at Will Fest, Red, White, and Brainwashed. Is that right? Do y'all even play that now, or?
We played that. I don't know. It's been like a couple years, I guess, since we played that one.
Oh, okay.
That was another
But
Lotto
yeah,
song.
that was a Lotto song.
Yeah, that song went hard.
Yeah, that one's cool. Yeah, we just kind of, I guess from that point on, we just decided to write heavier songs.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Like heavier as far as like style wise, or like meaning wise, or both.
all the above.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all have different styles. It's like, well, we all listen to the same similar music, but we all have different styles, what we grew up with and stuff like that. And, kind of just incorporated it. But as we're playing, we're like, we're kind of leaning towards this sound, so let's this is what we are, you know what I mean? Let's continue to make this style, this music. This is what we're doing. This is this is DISOWNED, so we're just trying to be unique and heavy and dark with some groove and yeah.
Kind of like have your own sound and put your own footprint in the scene.
Well, yeah, and all of us, like he was saying, kind of style. We all have our own style, playing wise too. Just growing up playing music and listening to certain bands too. So, even though we're kind of evolving as a band too, we still like have our roots, And so that's kind of what I really love about this band too. We're not trying to sound like any specific type of genre. We all have kind of like that mix of sort of different types of punk rock and hardcore.
Right. Thrash and all that.
It's like, to me, and I'm sure it's all about the feeling and the emotion in it, because it's music, it's powerful, and that's what I think everything we come at you with, it's force, it's strong, it's heavy, it's dark, it makes you want to move, and that's what drives me, as a musician, and what I want to write and accomplish.
Right. And it does too. I'd be in the car, when I was looking you guys up, I was like, damn, I want to go mosh, move around, you know what I'm saying? But I was stuck in traffic, but it is what it is. Right, just get out. Yeah, right. It didn't help. I was maybe more mad. But and then also I wanted to touch on Memoriam. I don't know if y'all played that. I know you dedicated that to your late father. Rest in peace. And do y'all still play that song, or is that going to be something that y'all going to be releasing soon?
That's just another one we haven't played in a long time too, man. I guess we just, like I said, like we wanted to move on faster and like heavier things. So that was just pretty much for just like homies that passed on. It wasn't really typically for my father at the time, but I knew he was gonna pass. So that's just for the homies, man. Like to do that.
Yeah, everybody that because everybody has someone that they lost, and it's a good kind of reminder to kind of keep them alive and keep them immortalized.
That's pretty cool, man. Sorry, man. I just it's gonna be my father's birthday on Sunday, December 8th. So it's like I'm just kind of drawn back by that. But yeah, dude. Yeah, that's for everybody though, man.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's nice, man. That's nice. And the next thing I want to talk about, whenever I was looking you guys up on YouTube and everything like that, trying to find what I can, I saw a channel, Rail is a Problem. I guess it's a channel that they put up like different kinds of music. So they have like Immortal Technique, like hip hop, Jedi Mind Tricks, and all other kinds of like rock music with, little clips and videos, anime music videos, things like that. And some songs I saw on there were Move On, Empty Inside, Anxiety. And in the description, it was saying that, it was by DISOWNED, but it also featured Chris from In Disgust. I don't know how long those have been released, or, I just stumbled across it, and it was pretty killer. I don't know if you guys still play those either, or...
Shit, I didn't even know that that was out. That
News
was
to us.
What's that website called? What is
So it's on YouTube, and it's at it's RE space L, and then there's another one. I guess I don't know if they just created a different channel, but it's Rail is a problem. Rail is a problem. You think you know?
That's wild.
Yeah. So yeah, check it out, dude. Like those songs are on there. If you guys are at home, want to get in some new music, go ahead and check those out. They're pretty good. But as far as like the most recent demo, we'll go ahead and touch on that. That's been released.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Question. We do play Empty Inside, and was the not Move On?
Anxiety.
Yeah, we still play those two. That's on the set list right there.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So we got all the music that they play.
this is the current set list right there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, go check those out. I was like, I don't know, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Let's talk about this most recent demo. It's released through Tape or Die. Now, the one I wanted to touch on was they actually released Tape or Die on YouTube put, Enslaved on there. I guess it's going to be on the side B of the actual cassette. What's the theme of that song? I mean, I know I heard something in there talking about enslaving children, things like that. Who wants to take that?
So, enslaved is just, which is pretty much what's going on right now. Like, it's
Especially down the border.
yeah, it's just shit like that. The shit hits home for me because I got a lot of friends from the border towns, Laredo, McAllen, just all the way down south. And then like my grandmother's from Mexico. Like that shit hits home. So like, it's basically just fucking saying like, it's another like fuck you to like political assholes, man.
Right.
Basically, man.
Like ICE, immigration, things like that.
Yeah, shit like that, man. So that's pretty much what it is. Like, I'm trying not to go too political, but that shit hits home with me, dude. Just from being Mexican, my grandmother being an immigrant, and all my friends down in South Texas. That's just like, yeah. But it's just to ante up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To fight back, to spread awareness, basically, man. Like everybody has a voice. Everybody has a voice to be heard, and everybody can, you know what I mean? So it's just not whoever's higher up and they can do whatever they want because it's not right, you know what I'm saying? We're being enslaved in our own fucking country, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck that.
It's like we're here and, you're not taking advantage, but you're just trying to capture us or whatever.
Yeah, like that's like, it just goes down to down to Hitler and shit. Exactly what they're doing to children, man. Like they're just,
taking them away from their families.
We don't know if they're fucking. They're not. We don't know what the fuck they're doing to them in there.
Right behind the closed doors, you can't see anything in there.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if they're. Who knows what the fuck's going on? Right. And we as Americans have the right to stand up and make a voice and say that we don't want that shit in our states. We don't want that shit in our county. Right. We tear those fucking walls down, and that shit would happen to those children. We're just fucking being just done with that shit. Basically, man, that's what it's saying, man.
I feel that, and I know you say you're not trying to get too political, and as far as like the writing and all that goes, but it's always good to have an outlet. Music is that outlet that a lot of people seek, and they let out all their feelings, all their emotions, and it's a good gateway to help you kind of get that off your chest so it doesn't build up and you do something stupid. You know what I'm saying? So
like we're not trying to take like a political stance like to a specific side or whatever, but like that's something that everyone should understand that that's not fucking okay.
It's not political at that point. It's
some
moral.
It's a current issue that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, and it's fucked up, and like us as humans, there's no reason that we should treat other human beings like that.
Right.
There's no fucking excuse that we should be taking kids away from their parents. And so everything that's fucking happening, it affects everybody, and so like it's fucked up, and so like just something like that, like we feel very strongly for, and so something we kind of want to talk about.
Yeah, it's human rights.
Bring awareness to.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like as punks or as hardcore kids or metalheads, it's your duty to fucking stand up for shit like that because, we are. They want us to call us the minority, but we are the majority. We're the ones with the voices. We're the ones that are being active. We're the ones doing shit, and so it all comes down to DIY and all that shit. So it's important that he put songs out like that and just to make a statement and to ultimately just to knock somebody out, man.
Yeah, for
You know?
sure. No, I understand that 100%. Now, this tape in general, is it going to be released like on Spotify or anything, or are you just going full just physical release?
Well, eventually we're going to re-record those. We just wanted to get some new stuff out because we're about to go on tour in January for a couple weeks. So we just wanted some new songs to kind of spread out, and then eventually we'll re-record everything and release it on a CD, maybe vinyl again. So yeah, we just wanted to get something out there, something new, and get people stoked on.
Yeah, let people know you're still here making
still doing
shit.
for sure.
Yeah, just trying to stay active as possible. Just it's just a good thing to put out a tape. Everybody's kind of into tapes right now, so
Yeah, that's
I like fucking tapes, man.
Yeah, it's making a comeback. A lot of hardcore musicians and bands, punk bands, they're bringing cassettes back, and I'm trying to get me a cassette player so I can pick one of them guys up. You know what I'm saying? Kind of bring it back, and I'm sure it sounds better too. You know what I'm saying? Like certain genres of music sound good on tape or 8-track, what have you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. It's just raw, just straight up to the point. So.
You ever heard of old Slayer tape? Put that in there, it's just nasty.
Right, right. But all right, so let's go ahead and move on to recording. What do you guys record?
The demo. What the fuck does Ram call his?
Womb to the Tomb.
Oh, Womb to the Tomb. It's a friend of ours. He drums for a band called Concrete Elite, and he actually drums for Kinetic Discord too, and he does vocals for a band called Nerve. Well, he's just, like I said, he's a homie. We recorded there to get this out, and the split was recorded by Chico Jones, but I always forget the studio.
Estuary.
Yeah, Estuary, that place.
Yeah, that place. Shout out those guys.
We actually went to record in another studio. I don't remember what that one was called. And then I don't know what happened. The engineer didn't like what was going on, and he fucking said we're gonna record at the other place. So we started actually from one studio to another.
Gotcha.
But
Was that the very first one? I think he was documenting. It was like documentation. Was that the one?
That was it. Yeah, that was part where the split came from.
Okay.
Those recordings.
Gotcha. And then that's when he was like, y'all got to bounce.
Yeah. Well, and it was the same engineer. He was just like, I don't like this studio setup here. Let's go to my other studio setup. This was just some miscommunication or something like that, I think.
Gotcha.
So, but it worked out.
Worked out. You got it out.
It worked out. Yeah.
yep.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the tour. Y'all got a West Coast tour coming up in January, so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we are going in the winter, so
Yeah, right. It's gonna be cold.
that's gonna be different. Like coming out of Texas, it's like 75 degrees today.
Right.
It's not gonna be 75 degrees anywhere over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna go on tour for support of the split, support of the new demo coming out, and we're just gonna go see some homies, some old homies, some new homies. Yeah, we're doing it 2 weeks. We're gonna go to New Mexico, Arizona, California, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Oklahoma, and back to Texas.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man.
Y'all finishing up at Mohawk.
Yeah,
Mohawk.
Yeah, Crudo Fest. Yeah.
That always goes on. Let's talk about that real quick. So how many of these have y'all done, or has there been as far as Crudo Fest?
This is gonna be number 16.
16?
16, year 16.
Oh, so it's every year. Gotcha.
Birthday show.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question. Is it
Yeah.
kind of just to like help get everybody together and just kind of rage?
Yeah, all of the above. It is for my birthday. Fucking just to get everybody together, come hang out, fucking party and shit. It hasn't been on my actual birthday in a little while, so I take it more as like just getting like bands don't always get to play with each other, and just like bringing some new bands and some old bands, and it started out as like just this traditional hardcore show, and then I mixed it up with metal and like punk and shit like that through the years. But I'm going back to the roots this year.
All right,
So
gotcha. Keep it all hardcore.
It's gonna be all hardcore. South Texas hardcore, Austin hardcore. It's cool, man. I'm fucking stoked. Yeah.
We're looking forward to it too. We'll probably try to make it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they should come out, dude. There's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of good bands like Full Contact's really been around for a long time. Black Hand, all of them. Worst Behavior, Mangala from here, and who the fuck else did I put on there? Oh, Blunt from Houston. Yes, dude, you gotta check them out. They're fucking sick. Yes, they're fucking so sick. It's gonna be a good one, man. Yeah, tour's gonna be great. We're fucking stoked for that, man. Like, it'll be our first tour. And yeah, dude, we're just ready to get back on the road.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe y'all's first stop is Cactus House in Odessa. Is that correct? So I know a lot of you Odessa fans. We got a lot of fans from Odessa, so they always go to the Cactus House. Fucking go check these guys out. You won't be disappointed. But let's go ahead and talk about what should people expect when they come to a Disowned show.
Shoot, energy, man. A lot of energy. Raw riffs, hard vocals. Like, just if you're fucking like hardcore or thrash, you know, that's your shit, man. Like, you come see it, we'll fucking get you moving.
Keep them pits going.
Yeah, man.
We play with a lot of different genres. We don't just play like just strictly with like hardcore, strictly just punk. So we kind of mix with everybody, and we get everybody going every show. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you want to prefer, you're gonna come hang out.
You're gonna be moving.
You're gonna be moving whether you want to or not.
Right. Exactly.
So
Yeah, I was telling my grandma it's loud. She asked me, what kind of music do you play? It's
Loud.
It's loud, grandma. It's really loud. Yeah.
Hey, Grandma might like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Grandma come out to a show.
Proud. She'd be proud for sure. She'd be proud.
That's all that matters, man. Make Grandma proud.
Right.
All right, let's go ahead and let's talk about the future now. The end of the year is coming. What should your fans expect coming into the new year, throughout the year? What should they expect from Disowned?
Well, I mean, we're gonna go on tour our first show is January 4th, so we're starting the new year out pretty rad. For me, I'm pretty fucking stoked to start 2020 with a tour with these guys. And then after that, we're gonna hit the studio, re-record the demo songs, re-record some old songs that we changed up quite a bit. And then from there, just start working on new music. We have a lot of really cool shows set up and like in our future too. Hopefully going back on the road in August-ish. So talking about that too.
Yeah.
We just have lots of new music, new riffs, just so many things that we're working on right now. We're just like pumping them out, so hopefully the ball stays rolling.
Right.
But we got a lot of new stuff that hasn't been recorded at all.
Yeah.
So
we
that's
haven't played
that's
live.
like not even on the itinerary yet, but it's like we're sitting on all this stuff. So
Yeah, we got some new stuff that we're gonna
we play
pump
it.
out next show. I think at least one new song. I think we're gonna pump out next show. So
And then by tour, we'll have both those new
Yeah,
songs
so
for
we got-
sure done.
yeah.
No one's even heard them.
Yeah,
right.
a lot of new music for sure from us. A lot of road shows for sure. Get back in the studio. Yeah, just keep busy. So we'll put some new music out for y'all. For most importantly,
Any time frame on that?
well, as soon as we get back on tour, see how broke we are. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna make it happen pretty quick. Like the material that we're gonna we want to record is ready, and then with all that getting recorded, and all the time frame for it to get pressed and mastered and all that shit, we'll be working on new material, and then like it's kind of like a fucking process, man.
We don't like being not bored, or we don't like being not busy.
Yeah, we try not to stay stagnant too much. So I think you'll see a lot from us, and if you want us to come play outside Austin, we're always down to travel. So we're definitely out.
Yeah, we just like the enthusiasm that out of towners give us. We love Austin, but out of town is just
Different beasts.
just a little
New
different. Yeah, it's just a little new faces,
New artwork.
new
coming out, new merch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got a bunch of new merch out, new logo actually that we just got drawn up with some new. So pretty exciting about pretty excited about that.
Gotcha. Where can people get merch and all that? Y'all got a website?
We don't really have anything merch store or anything. If you just hit us up on like social media, any social media, probably I would say Facebook would be the best one because we all can get to it pretty quick. Yeah, we'll just exchange information and we'll just send it to you. You can do Venmo, or that's probably the best. I guess if it gets out of hand, we'll start up a web store.
Yeah, right.
But
Once everybody starts hearing about you guys after this tour, everybody piling in.
but we pretty much do everything ourselves, man. Like we just try to stay connected to everybody, really, man. So yeah, just yeah, dude, future's fucking gonna be pretty badass.
Yeah. Future's bright. Future's busy.
I want to make more of a footprint this year.
Yeah.
Definitely, and, as far as a personal goal, I would like for this band to make more of a footprint in the hardcore scene.
Right.
I think that's gonna happen.
And like, there's not a lot of there. I mean, there isn't really a band like our style really in Austin either, too.
Right, yeah.
So
It's either one thing or the other.
so we're trying to do something different.
Yeah.
And, yeah, man. Sure, we're always gonna book shows, so like, we like to do things our way, and like, we want to play with badass bands, and like, we know a lot of badass bands that get like their foot in the door in Austin, so we have a little opportunity to do that. So we want to do that for next year too. So we're bringing a lot of out of town bands that don't get to play Austin a lot, and put them in the proper venue, and you know what I mean, to make it a fucking show.
Right. Good experience.
Yeah, good experience. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, expect that too, just for like new bands and bands that just can't get their foot in the door and shit like that. So that too, man. So yeah, man, we're gonna be busy as fuck, and I'm fucking stoked.
Oh yeah. 2020 is the year. Start the decade off right. Am I right? So yeah, you can find these guys at Disowned Texas on all social media. I think. I don't know if y'all have Twitter, but look them up. Disowned Texas. YouTube. Check out Rail. Rail is a problem for those other songs that aren't released or aren't out. On Bandcamp, things like that. Oh, find them on Bandcamp. They got The Split on there. They got Bayonet on there. So some good tracks for you to listen to and check them out. Catch them on tour. Coming to a city near you. Y'all have any shout outs to give anybody?
Shout out to everybody who supports us, new and old. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, without, friends and fans, I mean, there's no point to this. So without them, we wouldn't really be shit. So we really owe everything to anybody who has appreciated us, come to a show, everything like that.
Yeah, definitely. Our families too. I mean, we're gonna be away from our loved ones for a while, and that affects them. So thanks for their support. But especially you guys coming to the shows. We look forward to seeing you. Come tear it up.
Hell yeah.
We play for the.
I want to give a shout out to fans and fucking really my two kids.
Yeah.
That's what
Shout out.
Yeah, I feel like we play for all our homies that can't be with us, family members, loved ones that just like that we grew up with, and just know that we can rock, and we rock for them. So.
Yeah. Rock and roll is what it's all about. So yeah, again, check them out and catch them on tour. Follow them on social media so you get music, show, tour updates, and yeah, that's all we got for today. We appreciate you guys for being on.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all we got for today. And remember, stay metal as fuck.